Coming up on Mountain News at 6, several community members in one Letcher County area are still without running water, prompting Governor Andy Beshear to declare a state of emergency. And a bill is being proposed in Frankfort to eliminate the sales tax on diapers. More about that just ahead.
Plus, enjoy the sunny weather tomorrow because another system is on the way by Friday. Your forecast coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Several community members in the Fleming Neon area are still without running water. Governor Andy Beshear declared a state of emergency for the city. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how organizations in the area teamed up to help those impacted by the outage.
An organized relief line formed at the Neon Volunteer Fire Department.
We're really using today to assess how we can help Neon and these communities a little bit more. We wanted to step in and provide some relief, give you a hot meal, not have you dirty your dishes, give you a break for the day, give you a case of water. East Kentucky Mutual Aid's handing out $10 to each car as they come through to help with laundromat fees or gas fees that people are having.
The cars lined up early on.
We had people lined up before we were ready this morning.
Hundreds of meals were given out within hours.
It's not just Neon that's working off of this water system. It's 2 schools, it's churches, it's businesses, it's several communities.
Those helping also loaded up their cars and drove to nearby communities. The water district reaches beyond city limits.
It's not just Neon that's working off of this water system. It's 2 schools, it's churches, it's businesses, it's several communities.
The water bottles themselves can help with more than just hydration.
To cook with and using it to drink, like fix coffee.
When asked how community members are responding to the situation, Hartsfield's answer was straightforward.
Well, it's just something that we have to deal with and move on.
Organizers are planning to continue helping as needed. In Letcher County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Neon Mayor Ricky Burke told WYMT they are still working to restore water in communities. He said they have been able to temporarily restore water in some areas with outside help. FEMA has approved $2.9 million for sewer system repairs for the city of Fleming Neon. The system was damaged by the July 2022 flood. In the release, it says city labor and contractors will be used to restore the system back to the condition it was before the disaster. A man has been charged with murder after a Whitley County man was found dead inside his home. 73-year-old Michael Boyd Connor is accused of killing Charles Oler. Police say Oler's daughter found him dead in his home Saturday. Connor was arrested in Corbin on Monday. He is in the Whitley County Detention Center, charged with 1 count of murder. A Somerset man is facing charges after police say he reportedly strangled another person. Deputies with the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office responded to the incident Monday night. A victim claimed 35-year-old Diego Velasquez had been drinking, then became physically violent and grabbed her by the throat. Velasquez was arrested and was taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center. Also in Pulaski County, a man is behind bars after police say he reportedly pointed a gun at them and several other victims. Deputies with the sheriff's office were called to the scene around 9:45 p.m. on December 30th. They say it happened at a home on 1592 Rose Road in Somerset. Deputies say victims to them, 38-year-old Matthew Anderson had pointed the gun at them and shot in their direction. Anderson was charged with 4 counts of wanton endangerment and 1 count of menacing.
We are tracking some cool and calm weather across the mountains on this Wednesday evening. Here's a live look from the WYMT studio. Not much happening. That current temperature also cool in Perry County, barely above freezing at 34 degrees. 38 for Manchester, also Harlan, 37 for London and Middlesboro, and 36 over in Irvin at this hour. So we are tracking some cold weather as we go into tonight. Low temperatures are below freezing in the upper 20s and lower 30s as you wake up by Thursday morning. But a fantastic Thursday is on the way. We stay dry as high pressure begins to take over. So that dry spell also continues tonight and on your Thursday, so enjoy it because another rain chance is on the way by Friday, all thanks to a more stronger weather system. So we are tracking some more heavy rainfall, some more gusty winds, and possibly a few more snow chances and some very cold air by early next week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Cameron. Kentucky voters could be asked to amend the state constitution to change the years they vote for governor and other statewide office holders. A Senate panel advanced a bill today to move the statewide races from odd to even years. If passed by the General Assembly and ratified by voters, people would vote for the U.S. president and the statewide office holders during the same year. It would take effect in 2032.
What better way to get them focused on state issues than put the races in a year where they are already interested and already coming to vote?
The bill sponsor says if passed, it will save both the state and county governments millions of dollars. Child care providers and parents may be interested in a bill proposed by Senator Cassie Armstrong of Jefferson County. If passed, the bill would eliminate sales tax on diapers in the Commonwealth. WYMT's Madison Carmouche spoke to child care professionals about what this could mean for both parents and their children.
While eliminating the sales tax on diapers may not seem like much, for a family that is already struggling, every penny counts when it comes to making ends meet.
So if they're not spending that on diapers, they can use that money for other needs of their children. So that would definitely increase their confidence being able to provide for their family.
Mona Napier is the supervisor for LKLP Perry County Head Start. She says she knows families are struggling, but there are not many resources for families who cannot afford diapers.
And with our resources being depleted from the flood and all the natural disasters that's happened through here, it would be a tremendous help to some of our families. We used to be able to supply some of our families with diapers. That is getting harder to do.
The passing of Senate Bill 97 would not only free up extra dollars for caregivers, but also eliminate some of their financial stresses as caregivers of small children.
We have some families that have 3 and 4 children in them that have to wear diapers. So that goes from a cost of, I'm guessing, $100 a month to like $400 a month.
Napier also adds that this sales tax removal could possibly improve the quality of life for children not yet potty trained.
You know, I hate to say this, but we all know it happens. A lot of people won't change a child as much because of the cost of diapers, pull-ups, and etc. I think this would help. This would help sanitary-wise. This would help with sickness. This would help with a lot of stuff just by a little bit of sales tax.
The bill has been co-sponsored by members of both parties, which is a good sign it will be passed. In Perry County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
And once again, the bill already has bipartisan support, which is a good indicator that it will pass when it is voted on. The Safer Kentucky Act was introduced as House Bill 5 yesterday at the state capitol. It is a sweeping measure lawmakers say will increase penalties and reduce violent crime. That includes illegal camping. Lawmakers specifically want to crack down on when someone is on public or private streets, sidewalks, under bridges, parks, businesses, or homes without authority.
So we're trying to say it's not a crime to be homeless, but you can do it in a defined area that the city can designate. And that defined area will have to have sanitary facilities, at least porta potties and drinkable water.
The bill would add to the state's Stand Your Ground law, giving property owners the ability to confront such illegal campers with a gun or other force and not face consequences. The Armed Forces Benefit Association has presented a scholarship to Courtney Medlock. Courtney received the $40,000 scholarship from Robert Underwood, who was with the AFBA. Her husband, Officer Logan Medlock, was killed in a crash involving a drunk driver back in 2022. The scholarship can be used by Courtney or her son Brantley at any college across the country. The police chief for one Southern Kentucky Police Department is stepping down. Somerset Police Chief William Hunt has announced his retirement. Hunt served in law enforcement for 30 years. He became the first police chief in Somerset's history to be named Kentucky's Chief of the Year.
Well, we are tracking the potential for lows in the single digits as we go into early next week. That forecast coming up after this break.